Hi everyone, we're going to evaluate the definite integral sine squared cosine squared dx over the interval 0 to pi divided by 2, and we're going to be using substitution with double and half angle identities. So here is your formulas for double angle formulas and half angle formulas. So the first thing I want to do is rewrite this to make it easier to integrate, and I'm going to use my double angle formula for this because we have two cosines. So what I can do, a little trick here, is first of all I'm going to write this as 1/4 for sine squared x cosine squared x dx. So I didn't change anything, but I want to set it up to do this. Now, I can still simplify this further. And I'm going to write the 1/4. And now I'm just going to write 2 sine x cosine x squared. Now you know why I use the 4 here, because 2 squared is 4. And now I have my double angle identity. Next, let's rewrite this as, let's write this out. I'm going to go ahead and put the 1/4 in front here, get it out of the way. And this is going to be 1/4 0 to pi over 2 sine squared 2x dx. Because this right here is sine 2 theta, and then you just square it. Okay, now we're going to go and use our half angle identities. So I'm going to go, and I know that sine squared of theta equals this. So let's rewrite that. So we have 1/4 integral 0 to pi over 2. And then to rewrite that, you're going to write 1/2 1 minus, and this is going to be cosine. Since we have this 2, you can write 2 times 2x dx. Well, this is just 4. So you just put a 4 there. All right. And now what I'm going to do finally is pull this out and write this as 1/8. The integral from 0 to pi over 2. And we're going to get 1 minus 4, cosine 4x dx. All right. Now we can evaluate this. So let me write it again. So we have finally 1/8 0 to pi over 2 1 minus cosine 4x dx. All right, so now let's integrate. So you're going to put your 1/8, and then that's just going to be x minus the antiderivative of cosine is sine. So it's going to, and then you have to deal with this. So put the 1/4 in front. Sine 4x. And we're evaluating from 0 over the interval 0 to pi over 2. And plug everything in. So you get 1/8 times pi over 2 minus 1/4 sine of 4 times pi divided by 2. Now when you plug in 0 in these, you're just going to get 0 because sine of 0 is 0. So that whole thing is just 0. So simplifying further, this is 2 pi. Sine of 2 pi is 0. So that zeroes out. So basically all we're left with is pi divided by 16. And that's your final answer. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.